Today in history. Like I said before, today it's April 10th, and we're going to continue with our journey to the past.
That's right, and we have 3 events to check out today, but first, here is a quiz question for you.
Okay.
One of the most renowned prizes in journalism and literature are the, number 1, Pulitzer Prizes, or number 2, the Pullover Prizes.
Oh.
Okay, one more time. It's a little tricky. One of the most renowned prizes in journalism and literature are the, number 1, Pulitzer Prizes, or number 2, Pullover Prizes.
Well, if you think you know the answer, you know what to do.
That's right. Put it on our Bundy board or text in #1045 for 51 to win a Lock and Lock Eco Mug Cup.
There you go. And we're going to cover 3 main items about what happened on this day in history, and here's the list.
Today in history. In 1847, Joseph Pulitzer was born. In 1949, the safety pin was patented. And in 1925, The Great Gatsby was published.
Okay, so today's journey begins with the birth of a man whose name is synonymous with prestige and achievement in journalism, art, and literature.
It was on this day in 1847 that Hungarian-American newspaper publisher Joseph Pulitzer was born, best known for the Pulitzer Prizes.
Pulitzer상, 흔히 이렇게 말하는 Pulitzer Prizes. Although he was born to a pretty well-to-do family or an affluent family, he had to end up immigrating to the United States after his family business went bankrupt when he was only 17.
Interesting. And remarkably, that's when he started learning English for the first time.
That is remarkable.
Yeah, I know. He was an avid reader, and soon enough, he became a reporter for the Westlake Post in the city of St. Louis and eventually purchased the St. Louis Dispatch.
와, 17살에 미국으로 이민해서 그때 처음 영어를 배우기 시작을 했다고 하는군요. Well, eventually he purchased the New York World, which at one point became the largest newspaper in the country. But his life passion, so to speak, was journalism.
In fact, by the time he was a rich man, he gave money to the then president of Columbia University to establish the first school of journalism in the world, as well as money for scholarships and rewards.
Well, he specified 4 words in journalism, 4 in letters and drama, 4 awards actually, 4 awards in journalism, 4 in letters and drama, 1 in education, and 4 traveling scholarships. Well, by 1917, the first Pulitzer Prizes we awarded, and now they are a pillar in the field of journalism, literature, music, and arts.
Very interesting. All right, so now we move a couple of years forward when a simple yet important invention was patented on this day.
We have all used one at one point. This incredible, practical, and ubiquitous device is none other than the safety pin.
Yes, now this is one example where necessity is the mother of all inventions, right? Its inventor, William Hunt, needed to settle a $15 debt with a friend. And he came up with the safety pin in order to pay off that debt.
아, 빚을 갚기 위해서 옷핀을 개발하게 됐다는 얘기군요. 그리고 옷핀이라고 흔히 말하는 거, 그거 safety pin이죠. Well, when the safety pin was given its patent on this day in 1849, Hunt sold the patent for roughly what would be $10,000 in 2008 to pay his debt. Well, imagine what would the amount be if he had held to the invention.
Yeah, right?
네.
Wow. $15 in 1849 would be $10,000 in 2008.
Right.
That's a hefty debt, isn't it? All right, so now moving on to our final event of the day. And we have a book that was published on this day in 1925. And this book is considered to be one of the best novels in American literature, having sold more than 25 million copies to date.
And that book is F. Scott Fitzgerald's The Great Gatsby. The cover, we're showing the cover of the book on 보이는 라디오. But it was first published when it was first published, the book didn't enjoy the popularity that it's enjoying now because it wasn't as well received.
It was after World War II when it was revived and not only became part of American high schools' must-read books or must-read books, but also several stage and film adaptations as well.
The most recent one being released in 2013.
Of course.
Probably due to the richness of the story, many others to follow in the years to come.
That's right. Did you enjoy the 2013 film with Leonardo DiCaprio?
I sure did.
Yeah, I liked the movie. I didn't like the music in the movie. I didn't think it matched very well.
I think that was the beauty of it.
Maybe. Yeah. Different, right?
Right.
Yeah,
Very.
exactly.
Yes.
All right. Well, that's going to do it for today in history. But before we wrap it up, the answer to the quiz question that I gave you just a moment ago. The question was, one of the most renowned prizes in journalism and literature are the... Number one, Pulitzer Prizes. That's the answer we were looking for. All right. Well, that is it, as I mentioned, and we're going to go to a break. When we come back, Daniel joins us in the studio for today's Cine Premieres. Here is a tune from the Great Gatsby OST. It's Emily Sandé and the Brian Ferry Orchestra, Crazy in Love.